Line off right before the show starts. I see how it's going to
Just
be.
warming up. Just warming up.
All right, AOA podcast back for another episode. So happy to be here with you. And I'm also happy that I'm not Alec Baldwin because honestly, the whole thing just feels like a nightmare, Frank.
It's not getting any better.
No, it isn't. He's indicted, charged. We'll tell you all the next steps, if you will. That's all coming up. Plus, last episode we told you Carol Baskin husband is alive. Maybe he's not alive. We got an
What the
update.
hell's going on with this? What has anybody seen him? Do we have an eyewitness?
It's complicated. P. Diddy,
Yeah,
his girlfriend. Are you aware of this?
I am.
Redefining P. Diddy's name. P. Diddy.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Way to hammer it home.
Urination Diddy. All right. Joe Biden and all his stuff with the boxes and everything else now. And the McDonald's drive-thru story. Coincidentally, after we talked about our last in our last episode, finding money, we got this guy who got a bag of cash at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Well, how does that even?
I mean,
We'll
crazy,
get to it.
crazy. All that and more. We got an episode. Let's go. Fuck it, Friday. By the way, this is already beer. I'm a beer and a half in, buddy.
Nice.
Mhm.
Looks good. Why
Yeah, I don't know.
isn't there? Why doesn't nobody puts ice in beer? Why is that?
Well, it waters it down. You don't want to ruin the integrity
Yeah.
of the beverage.
I get that, but
Fucking-
you have soda.
Fucking Lib.
You put ice in soda.
Well, nobody's worried
No.
about ruining the integrity of a Coca-Cola.
Why not? Coca-Cola is wonderful.
I'll be honest. I don't like ice in soda. I think it ruins it.
Well, I can't figure you out. You don't like Dunkin' cookies and milk.
Oh,
You don't like any show or movie that's black and white.
oh.
I just can't. I can't do it.
I really don't. I prefer not. I highly prefer not to put ice in soda, but I don't drink soda. But when I did, you don't put. I can't because then it waters it down too.
Yeah,
So,
you take a little bit of that sting off.
Sugar water. I was worried about watering it down.
No, the carbonation. You get the carbonation out of it a little bit with the water. Plus, it's nice and cold. Nice. Nothing better than a glass of soda with ice in it, and it's just.
All right, let me put this in terms that Frank can understand.
Oh, here we
Would
go.
you put an ice cube in a fine Arizona iced tea gallon
Yes.
jug that you're drinking?
Yes.
You would.
well, that
Sure.
just has so much sugar that it doesn't even matter if you put 10 ice cubes in a 12-ounce cup.
I think the ice turns to a sugar cube when it's
Right.
and I'm here for it.
Even when I get my iced coffees, I request light ice.
Yeah, a lot of that's not uncommon. People do ice or say no ice.
That's
Bird in the
crazy.
chat says she gets a lot of orders at work for no ice and drinks. I think because you get more without the ice.
Well, I feel like it just waters it down, especially the coffee. There's nothing worse than like watery coffee. Give me the full flavor.
I can't do iced coffee. I could do like a frappuccino, something like that, but I can't do iced coffee. It just tastes like just
Coffee?
cold coffee. It tastes like old coffee that's been left out and now it's cold.
Put a
Mm.
flavor in it, and then it'll change your mind. And
Really?
ask for long pumps.
Well, you got extra long pumps.
Long pumps only.
Do
I'm the
a
opposite.
caramel swirl. Do a caramel swirl from Dunkin'.
I am the opposite of the both of you, where I could not want more ice in my soda. I mean, there's nothing better than going to the movie theater
That's what I'm
and
saying.
getting
I
the
love it.
huge thing of soda and just putting a whole bunch of ice in it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And I'll do it. I'll do you one step further. I need to swirl it before I take a sip,
Oh, see, now that's just crazy.
much like a basic white girl in a nice coffee. And they like to swirl before the sip. That's what I like to do. Get it nice and cold.
How long do you make that noise before you stop annoying everyone?
No, I don't
When it's
slurp.
done.
I don't do that. But I noticed that I definitely swish the ice a lot, and then I look around and go, "Am I annoying the shit out of everybody?"
You know what though, too? I bet you drink it fast enough that it doesn't get watery, right? Or watered down. Am I right?
Kinda, I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. Give me ice. I like ice.
Okay.
I mean, come on. You're telling me you go to the movies and then you get a huge Coke, and you just put the Coke in there and no ice?
I don't drink. I don't drink sodas. No, I will nowadays. I will only drink soda if I have a raging headache and I need something very fast to help take the headache away.
Mhm.
If coffee's not, if I'm not getting 4 shots of Starbucks espresso right away, my go-to is a Coke. Then
You talk about me with the sugar. 4 shots of espresso.
That's a lot.
it's not
I
sugar.
mean, I don't. Yeah, I know it's not sugar, but it's 4 shots of espresso. I mean,
I
the
also
caffeine
don't-
alone.
That's really nothing for me.
I'm not sure if a
Just
Coke
saying.
equates to 4 shots of espresso, though.
No, it doesn't. But it's like it's a quick fix.
Yeah, it's like speed.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
you might as well just take speed.
Okay.
Don't take speed, people.
God.
Don't discourage people from following their path.
Yeah, whatever.
This was on an episode of Mark Maron's TV show, which probably nobody saw. But
What
he
was
used to
on
run.
it?
Who?
He used to go into Starbucks and order just 3 shots of espresso over ice, and the guy's like, "That's not the way you're supposed to enjoy it." And he's like, "I don't give a shit, man. I just need the caffeine high." He's like,
I-
barista.
I ordered an espresso at a restaurant once. I tried it. I almost threw up. It's so
Bitter.
bitter and gross. How the hell do you drink that?
It's really good.
I get it if you're mixing it in a bigger drink, but if you're just doing that, whew, no good. It's like you might as well drain the oil from your car and just do a shot.
Oh, thanks. Maybe next time, if a Coke or 4 shots of espresso is not nearby, I will try the oil for my car then.
Same thing. I'm sure you'll get the same amount of energy. Maybe.
Maybe. But to answer your question, Anthony, I will put if I was to do that, I will put a moderate size cup of ice in my drink. It's not too little, but it's not too much at all.
How did we get to this?
I don't know. We got off
I
the
don't
rails
know.
quick. It's fucking
you
Friday.
You took
Yeah,
a
I
drink
gotta go in 40 minutes. Go ahead.
You took a drink of beer, and I said, "Why isn't there ice in beer?"
That's right. That's what it was. You know what's so funny? You just jogged a memory of mine. I'm in like high school or maybe college. I don't even remember. And a guy from my college, we go back to my house, me and a couple of the guys, and it's
Ooh,
like,
this sounds sexy. Go ahead.
yeah, we all made out. It was really hot. But we're like, somebody got some beer and it was warm. And I was like, I can't drink warm beer. It was Budweiser. It was Bud Light or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, that's probably even the worst. Ugh.
Yeah. And so I was like, I put ice in it. And this one guy was like, how could you put ice in beer? You're ruining it. And I was like, I felt like, oh, I'm an asshole. And then all those years later, I go, it was fucking Bud Light. It wasn't like it was fucking.
It was already watered down.
It was
Yeah.
Goldschlager.
It was already shit. Like, what's the difference? Doesn't make a difference.
It's Bud Light. What are we ruining here?
The fucking guy made me feel bad for like 7 years until I was like, fuck that guy. I'm not dealing with this
Guy's a
shit.
Dick.
Speaking of which, Alec Baldwin charged with involuntary manslaughter. Sounds worse than it actually is, I think. I don't know. What do you guys
It sounds
think?
really bad. I mean, you'd think if you're charged with that, shouldn't you be like behind bars? Is he behind bars?
Well, you know what's hysterical about this? Like, everybody read the headlines, but here's the fine details. The prosecutor in New Mexico, is it New Mexico or Arizona? I forget where they were filming
I
it.
think it's New Mexico.
They're filing the charges at the end of the month. It's like, how serious can this be? It's like, hey, this is what we're gonna do in 14 days, everybody. Like,
Like,
You
why
know.
does it have to be the end of the month? Well, just you're charged.
yeah, you know what they were saying was, I was reading this legal expert's opinion on it, and it kind of makes a lot of sense. They were basically saying you can't have somebody, movie set or not, you just can't have somebody die in your state and there not be any kind of consequences for it.
That's tough. That's
Or
a
be
tough.
killed.
Oh.
Not just that they died. People die.
Right, correct. Be killed. Yeah. And so basically, like, it comes down to, like, so Alec Baldwin got charged. The arms person
Armory, whatever.
the armory person, they'll get their charge as well, and they're probably gonna. She's probably gonna. That young lady's probably gonna catch most of this. And then the assistant director, who was also supposed to be the safety person, he already pled guilty. He already has a plea deal in place, so he's done.
What is he getting?
I don't need 6 months probation. And so you look at that and you go, well, what's Alec Baldwin going to get? Probably the same thing. You know, if
whose fault is it really? Is it Alec Baldwin's fault? But he said he didn't press the trigger.
He said he didn't pull the trigger. The armory person shouldn't have put live rounds in there. The safety person, you know, I feel like it was a collaboration of faults. It seems like.
Yeah. So it's like, whose fault is it really? Why is there real bullets being used on set? Anyway, is it always done like that?
No, there were not real. Real bullets are never supposed to make their way to a set ever. The problem is they're in the middle of fucking New Mexico, and this idiot, the armorer, she was shooting real rounds. She was doing target practice with the gun they were using on the movie while they were on break, and she never took them out. And she fucking brought the gun to the set and gave it to the guy. You know, gave it to everybody. Then nobody did the checks they were supposed to do, including Alec Baldwin. That's the problem. You know, he's going on saying, hey, I was handed a cold gun. They said it was a cold gun. I held it like a cold gun. You should probably fucking look at it yourself. You know, anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
So when's this movie coming out?
Did they actually film the whole thing? Did they stop?
No, they didn't film the whole thing. But didn't you say that they were going to redo it?
Me, I don't know.
Who, me?
I didn't say that.
I thought you said they were going to redo it.
I have no clue what they're doing with that movie. No clue. But so if he's getting charged, I mean, so he's going to have to go to court, the whole thing. But involuntary manslaughter, that sounds like a huge deal, doesn't it?
I don't know. Don't
people get put away for that? I mean, it's not manslaughter. It's involuntary. It's like a car accident. I think is also considered involuntary manslaughter sometimes if someone dies.
Yep, it is.
I mean, I don't know what the penalty could be. If it's 6 months probation, I mean you're getting off easy there. It's just you can't leave the state for 6 months. You can't participate in illegal activity you're not supposed to do that anyway. But so he's charged, and I'm sure whatever he gets, it won't be that much.
You know what I saw? I saw his wife. You know, because they're constantly bombarded by the paparazzi, like literally every day. They wait outside their building, and they walk with them wherever, right?
That's insane.
She was really upset because she's like, my children are asking, like, who are these people that keep following us every day? And she's like, I'm not going to say anything. My husband's not going to say anything. Just let us be until this blows over. You know, until it's over.
I don't understand what is their assignment? What are they hoping to get? They're not going to get.
They're not going to get anything with the kids. You know what I mean? Like,
well, forget the kids. Even if they're chasing Alec Baldwin and his wife, what are they hoping to get from them? They're not going to get a statement. They're not going to get, you know what? This is our plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're told by the lawyers, don't say a word until we're in court and all that stuff. And when we're there, here's what you do say. I just don't think. I mean, if you're a paparazzo, what are you getting a picture of him? How many pictures of Alec Baldwin do you need coming out of his house? I don't understand the point.
People pay for them.
They do.
That, I don't know why. It's like literally every day. It really is every single day.
It's so like you got him today. What's the difference between this one and the one from last week? It's him walking out of his house. What's the difference?
What was it? A couple of years ago that he got into that car accident with someone outside, or he had a fight with someone on the sidewalk. Like, okay, well, got him there. You know, like.
Well, you know.
Well, how often is that going to happen though with him?
Well, he takes a swing every now and then. I'm right.
Baldwin's a hothead. Oh yeah.
He flies off the handle, but you know they get in his face. I'm not saying he's right at all for swinging. They're not supposed to do anything like that.
Sandra's right. Correct.
What is that?
Hilaria is a weirdo pretending she's Spanish. It's true. Even in the video today, I'm like, okay, girl.
Dude, did you saw the video today where she talked to the press and she was like, "Leave us alone"?
Yeah.
Very loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt bad for her. I did, but she's a weirdo.
Yeah, she is.
Like she's a lot. She has mental issues, and I think that's
You
a
think
lot.
so?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's something wrong with her. Like,
Why?
Why?
What
Because
did
she
say?
because she wants to have 7 kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
Is that
I agree.
why?
that's a big part of it.
Well, what is she saying or doing that makes you think she's a weirdo?
It's the 7 kids. It was the weird accent thing. She loves to talk to the media, to tell the media how she's not going to talk to the media. There was this
Right.
thing when we were on break where he was like, "Please go follow my wife and wish her a happy birthday. We need to get her like 1 million followers," like all this crazy stuff, you know. So
So weird, right? Why?
I don't know. We got to change that thing. I know you're putting that picture up there because you're working on something technical difficulties, but that picture's got to change.
It should be Alec Baldwin or Hilaria Baldwin.
Right. But I don't know. I'm sure he'll come out of this. Doesn't seem to be a serious thing. He's not in custody or anything like that. Accidental. What's the worst he can get?
I mean,
He's
I
not
don't
going to see
know.
jail time, and neither. I'm probably not the other. The armory person is getting the same charge. Are they? I don't know if she's getting a different charge, but if it's the same charge, I don't see it going. Being that
That's
huge
tough.
a sentence or anything.
Because sometimes there's truly accidents that you can't help. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, even if you kill, I'm just saying, if you kill someone by accident, like, yes, you still killed someone. But if it was a true accident, that
Yeah.
really sucks.
I can't
That really
imagine.
does.
I can't imagine Alec Baldwin came onto the set and was like, "I'm going to shoot this person."
No.
yeah. She was his friend. They had done
Yeah.
films together.
Exactly.
I do feel bad for him, and I mean that's a horrible thing to have happen. You know,
Mhm.
Of course, and her family, of course, her husband. You
I mean,
feel
not to
bad for
sound
everybody
insensitive.
involved.
but you ever go to somebody's house and you spill something on their couch or their carpet, and it's just like stained forever, and you're like, "Oh God, I feel terrible." It's like that times a million.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, good.
It's only a little
example.
worse.
It's a little
That's a reach there, buddy.
not a great example, but you
No.
get the feeling. You know where I'm going with it.
You're a beer and a half in. We'll let that one slide.
The beer is 4%. Who's calling?
My kid,
Mom.
my kid just got home at 9:30 at night.
It's in one of your houses. It's not
Yeah.
my house.
and they like to run into the studio and just say hi to me. They have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
That's
I want to
good.
see. Say hi. Let's see them.
My wife will not permit them to be.
On screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
She don't play that. She's a little Hilaria Baldwin herself.
So you getting 5 more?
No, not at all. No, there's something wrong with you though. And then they were like going for a surrogate while she was pregnant because they needed to like have more kids faster. Like I don't know what the hell. You
Hey,
know,
listen, if they're both
Hey.
on board with having that many kids and they obviously have the means, what the hell?
In her defense, she did lose 2 babies, and I don't know why they exactly used a surrogate while she was pregnant. It was literally while she was pregnant because the
Well-
babies are only 5 months apart.
Well, did the surrogate come first? Surrogate?
No.
Okay, so she got pregnant. She knew she was pregnant, and then she got the surrogate involved. Okay, interesting.
I have a feeling that because she had mostly boys at that point. She only had 1 girl, and then the 2 babies that she lost, I believe, were 2 girls. The surrogate had a girl, so I believe she picked the baby to be a girl because you can do that. So
Interesting.
I believe that's the reason why, but I don't know why she just. Because the thing is, she still had another baby after that too. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, they,
So
if
it's
they
not
can
like
do
she-
it, what do you, they got
the
the
weird-
means, obviously. And some of the kids are adults now, right? It's not like they have, do they have
No.
7?
no,
Is
they-
it
has
7
7
little
little
kids?
Yep.
he's got a kid with who was the model that he was married to.
So how many total does he have?
He's got Ireland as the adult.
Yeah.
He's-
Ireland's the adult.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are all kids or all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
And like to jump on J-Sab's point there, it's weird because I do feel for them at times, but then they do things that are so strange, and you're like, it's just weird. But that being said, like her plea today, it's like I'm just trying to take my kids to school, like leave my kids alone. You kind of feel like, all right, don't go to the school,
Yeah,
I
no, that's
mean,
messed up. There should be.
have a little integrity
Isn't
there.
there a law? You're not supposed like. There should be like you can't. You can't be photographers within like a block of a school or something.
Oh, they've been swarming him everywhere. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but he was going in and out of a couple of buildings in Manhattan yesterday, and they followed him the
All of us,
entire day.
yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they followed him the entire day. So hey, it's weird. I get it. All right, Paul. Good for cuddles. Too many weirdos out there. Keep your kids safe. So the background on that is we did an appearance once. I don't know if Janine, you were there. You might not have been, but it was just after Michael was born, and this guy came up, nice guy, this guy came up to my wife, and he was like, "Okay, oh,
Where's the blue dot? There you go.
good night, good night, buddy, I love you." And this guy came up to my wife when he must have been, I don't know, 6 months old, 7 months old. And I had to do this appearance, and everybody came out. Ray, Aunt came out. Everybody came out, and this guy was like, "Can I take a picture with the kid?" And my wife was like holding him, like, "No."
No.
And he was like, "Come on, it's like I know all about him and this and that." And she got really uncomfortable with it. And from that day on, like I got the talk on the way home. From that day on,
Who was this person?
just a listener, like really nice guy I've spoken to a bunch of times, but it was a little bit of a weird.
That is weird. That seems
a
weird
weird
even for me.
request.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird request, and from that moment on, she was like, "Never again."
Yeah, that's that.
Like, we're not doing this. We went to a music festival one time, and I was just going to be there, like, but the radio station was there, and so I was just going to like say hi to the people that were at the booth, the tent, and bless you.
Bless you.
Good.
Ugh.
Oops.
Wait, let me wipe my glasses off.
Nothing came out.
All right.
But these two old ladies, so I had him in a stroller, and like I put him like behind like the table, like, so we were like, so there was like the people there, and we were like all the way in the back. These two old ladies like blew past the interns and whatever, and were like touching his face and everything, and like, "Oh, look how cute!" And I'm like, easy, like,
Get away from my kid, you lunatics.
Yeah, it was a little strange. So there's been a couple of little weird incidents. So
Yeah, I've had them too.
cuddles.
And I wasn't on radio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people get weird with kids. People think
Me
you
too.
can just like touch a kid because they're like adorable. You go, "Oh, what an adorable kid." That's it. You don't gotta fucking stick your finger.
No,
in
you
their
don't gotta
face.
pinch cheeks. You don't have to pat them on nothing. Just move on.
I go like this. Hi. Oh, hi. That's it. That's as far as I'm going. That's as far as anybody should be going with
Because
a
it's
cute
creepy
kid.
then.
Super
Yeah.
creepy. Can I be honest with
What are
you?
you doing?
I feel creepy. There was a kid where my kid's hockey game, and one of the other parents has a kid. This grandmother, she's holding the kid. The kid's like going like this to me. So I go, "Hi," and then the kid's like, like hold me. I'm like, "I'm not fucking picking you up." It's not
Get
happening.
away from me.
And she was like fighting the grandma, and I'm like looking at her like, "You better hold on
Yeah,
to that kid."
that's when you change seats.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be involved in this. Yeah.
It's no good.
Oh,
I did. Can I tell you this too? I did have
Wait.
my. Okay. Go ahead.
why is your daughter up so late?
She's a dirty stay out. That's why.
She went to her friend's house?
They
She
were at
came
a
home this late?
They were at a friend. Yeah, they were doing something. I don't know. My wife's a terrible mother. What do you want me to tell you?
No, because
there you
they're
go.
sleeping by 7:30, these kids. So
This is way past their bedtime.
maybe this means that she'll wake up late tomorrow. And
No,
not at 6
Sleep in
a.m.
a little bit.
Not a chance. They'll be up at 6:00 in the morning.
Oh,
What the hell is that?
oh, terrible.
It's like a cruel joke.
I woke up this morning at 6:59. My son's face was right here, and he's like, "Dad, did the Islanders win last night?" And I'm like, "No, they did not."
You're like, son, I'm still in your mom. Get out of here.
Oh, good lord.
Sex free 2023. Did you know that Frank's not drinking. He's doing dry January. No sex, no alcohol. That's what we're
What
doing.
am I going to be?
What do you? Yeah, what's your sacrifice?
Thank God I'm not doing either one of those. Oh God.
Yeah,
I'm
what can
definitely
you give up?
not doing no parents in the house sex, like because my parents are coming over tomorrow night. I mean tomorrow. So sorry, I'm not doing that. I cannot not do that. I don't know.
So wait, you are doing that?
Yes.
She loves to bang when the parents are in the house.
Got it.
Makes her feel like a teen again. Makes her feel alive.
Sorry, Mom.
As opposed to what she is now, which is just old.
Dead
and
inside. Dead inside.
Good Lord.
No, but I had my first experience yesterday of a mom just coming down on a kid. Like this kid was not playing well, I guess, and the kid came off. He was deck hockey, so he came off his shift, and she goes, "Come over here," and she just laid into this kid. She was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like,
oh my God.
Janine?
I'm like, holy shit. And like the grandma was like, oh, I knew this was coming. And I'm like, oh my
Oh,
God,
God.
is this a common
Are you
thing? Like the poor
Kidding
kid.
me?
Yeah, it was rough.
What the hell's wrong with people? Just leave the kid. He's having fun. None of this matters. It's
None
a
of it,
game.
yeah.
They're, how old are they? 7, 8, 9, whatever the hell old they are.
7.
Barely 7.
Yeah, leave them alone. Who cares?
You
They'll
want to
screw
laugh,
up the
Frank?
game.
It's deck hockey, so they're just running around in sneakers,
Yeah.
you know? And I go, my son asked me, he's like, why is deck hockey first and ice hockey later? I go, because you know, you'll be falling too much if you played ice hockey to start. You got to learn how to skate first. The amount of times these kids trip over their own feet.
Oh my God, it must be like you got to do bloopers and
You
just
got to
cut
learn
out
how to
their
run
faces.
first. You got to learn how to
It is.
walk.
Yeah.
One of the kids was by himself. There was nobody around. The puck got shot behind him. He went to go turn around. And right down.
There's nothing funnier than people falling. I'm sorry,
Oh, it was hysterical.
but there is nothing funnier.
People falling or people walking into a glass door is amazing.
Wait, you want to hear something really messed up? The office I used to work at, it was very, very small in the city, one of them. And there was just all glass around this office, glass doors, just glass all over. And one of the women, she brought her daughter in one day, and the daughter walked right into the glass. Let me just tell you something. I had to leave my office because I had to get out of the actual office and because I was crying, laughing so hard, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop.
It's brutal.
Stop. And I felt bad because she was only like, I don't know, 7 years old at the time.
It's that, you know what it is? It's that you can't fake it. It's that you don't know it's there motion. Like if someone's trying to act like they don't know it's there, there's always that little hesitation before they hit it. But
Well,
if someone's just walking straight into it, it's just there's no
straight into
that
it.
natural walk right into it.
Yeah.
There's no
And she
faking
kept
that.
saying, I didn't know it was there.
It's messed up.
And they had to know. They had to know that I just kept laughing and laughing. And she probably thinks I'm such a bitch. And every time
That's
she likes one of my pictures on Facebook, I'm like, I wonder if she remembers that.
Are you guys high?
That fucking bitch I used to work with who laughed when my daughter went face first into the
All right, we lost Anthony's out. It's over.
I'm such a bitch. I really am. I can't even take it.
All right, get your jumpstart coffee.
That's great. That fucking bitch every time.
Probably like, should I like it or not? Click, click.
Yo, but do you ever laugh at your kids who've fallen and hurt themselves?
Oh, every day. Every day.
You guys are terrible.
Every day. And then I get yelled at.
That's fucked up. You guys are going to hell.
My daughter has this mermaid like blanket thing. So it's like it looks like a mermaid tail that you literally just put yourself in. Like a
Trips over
pocket.
it all the time.
And it was on the floor and I can't pick that up because somebody's gonna get hurt. Like 10 minutes later, she's running. She goes to stop. She steps on the thing, goes flying, and falls right on her ass. I couldn't stop laughing. And I was just like, if she sees me laughing, I'm going to crush her little soul.
Was she hurt? Was she all right?
Yeah, she got hurt. She was crying.
You're an asshole.
And I'm like bleeding from the mouth because I'm trying to bite my tongue.
You're such a jerk.
Oh,
I
it was so
hear.
funny.
Don't laugh at me. It's not funny.
And that just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
it does.
that-
It really does.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, this is really because you would think this is funny because you know my mom, and you know how I always like mess with her when we go to the store. Like, if she'll bend down, I'll like do a fart sound or just something stupid, right? Horrible, right, Frank? I know.
Very mature. Love it.
And I bought these new sneakers, and at the gym, I didn't have any problem with them, right? But we go to the mall last week.
It's already good. These are the best stories when you can't even get through them.
We go. I must have tripped about 10 times.
What?
I must have tripped about 10 times, right? That this kid in Macy's, I wouldn't say, well, he was like 17 or 18 years old. He looked at me and I just started hysterical laughing, and my mother starts laughing too. She can't even speak. And I said to him, I was like, what are you laughing at? And
He
mother
was
like,
laughing at you falling.
yeah. My mother's like, see, this is what happens when you make fun of people, okay?
Yeah, you can't be surprised when they start making fun of you if you fall.
So
You got to be able to take it.
after the 10th trip, I was like, so then I just started like walking weird. And my mom's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm not going to trip again. She's like, okay, fine. That's fine. But it was just,
Why the hell
You
were you
should have
tripping?
seen
Why were you falling 10 times?
don't know why. Don't know why. That I didn't fall. I just did one of those whoops, like, you know, those trip
You could trip
things.
over your foot like
Yeah.
yeah. You don't
You
pick-
know what I
are
left
your
at?
shoes too big? You trip over your own toes?
Do you ever
Okay.
think that you have one more stair to go, but you're on the
Mm.
bottom?
Big time. Like a jerk. It's the stupidest move. There's got to be a name. There should be a word for that. Moron. It's just you feel like an idiot.
All right, I need a second. Can you do the jump start read, Frankie C?
Sure thing.
All right, thanks, buddy.
So get your jump start, people. Go to the click on the link below. Use the code AOA15. Get 15% off right off the top of the price. Then not only that, 50%, half of what Jumpstart makes goes right over to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So
Oh.
it's not only are you getting a great bag of coffee, smells great, tastes great, it also helps out the vets. So that's a beautiful thing. It's
Feels
made right here.
great.
Sure, feels great. It's made right here in America, American company. They ship her all around. They do the Merca. They do the subscribe and save. So if you want to just set it up so you get it delivered every once a month, you know, you get a couple bags every month, whatever you need. They'll deliver it right to your house. You don't have to order it. It just comes straight away every month like clockwork. So just get your favorite. Well, I got my favorite's dark roast blend.
Ooh.
Anthony likes, I think, the espresso blend.
I do like. I do
That's
too.
That's a good one. The medium roast, and then there's the medium dark roast. Check all the different flavors out. They come in these nice bags. They're resealable. It's a beautiful thing. So make sure you get your jump start. Again, 15% off the regular price, AOA 15. Use the code and click the link below. Get yourself some coffee. Get it from Jumpstart.
Ooh.
Good stuff. Yeah, hot coffee is the way to go. Let's see. Let's read some stuff in the chat here. Discount for the AOA holes. Yep, everybody's crying, laughing because of the last 10 minutes. Yeah, tripping, falling. It's all fun stuff. Unless someone gets like seriously hurt, someone
Right.
falls and they're like bleeding and gushing from the face, then it's messed up. But if they just trip and it's funny, everything's good. Let's see. Sharon loves pizza. You guys are making my commute bearable on this fine Canadian evening.
Ooh, I wonder how cold it is there.
It's got to be ridiculously cold in Canada.
But it's not. It's not cold here, really.
What is it? It's like we're in New York.
45.
It's in the 40s, mid 40s.
It's not
So
really
it's got to
cold.
be freezing, maybe in the 30s up in Canada. Let's
Depends
see.
on what part of Canada.
Right. So
Right.
let's see. Okay. So good dog. Moto vlog says the last non-existent step is it's called the MAGA step. You think it's a thing, but it's not, and you fall on your face.
Oh, you know Frank loves that
Love
one.
it.
He just
Great.
got a stiffy from that.
Great comment. Love that one.
It also happens too when you think you go to start the, like if you're carrying like a box and you're like, I know where the step is, and then you clearly don't. And you're like, because you don't want to like wind up going down 17 stairs at once.
Let's see. So let's see. It's minus 6 degrees Celsius in Toronto.
Well, that's cold.
So what is that in
It
Fahrenheit?
really
That's
hasn't
21
been cold
degrees
here, though.
Fahrenheit. That's
It
21
hasn't been
degrees
cold
Fahrenheit.
here. Oh damn! All right.
Yeah. It's been chilly. It hasn't been freezing. And you know what? I'm waiting for snow. There's no snow. It snowed for like 2 seconds last week, and that was it. I kind of miss the snow. There were winters where we had like feet of snow. I don't miss that. But give me like a little a dusting. Give me
Anything less than
something.
6 inches is a waste.
I
There's
see
a
what you
t-shirt.
did there.
There's a T-shirt.
We don't get snow anymore until March, and then we get 3.5
Yeah, exactly.
feet, and that's it. That's kind of what happens.
Right.
Moving along, Carol Baskin's ex-husband turns out maybe not alive.
Wait, what?
I know.
We said the other day that he was alive. People said he was still alive. Everyone was like, "Holy crap, he didn't get fed to the tigers, and now he's not alive." Or maybe nobody really seems to know.
Well, here's what happened. The family. So as this, Carol Baskin's ex-husband is alive story started to get bigger, the family, his 3 daughters, are like, "Excuse me, no, he's not fucking alive. He hasn't reached out to us. We've never heard from him." Carol basically said that the Department of Homeland Security let her know he was alive, that they had been in contact with him, and now the family is saying that she fucking made that up for the TV show.
Ooh.
She altered the letter for the TV show.
She made up that he was alive.
Like the Department of Homeland Security sent a letter to her regarding this, but maybe she switched the not,
Can she do that? Is that even?
I think she whited out not and put in very alive.
Oh,
Yeah. I think that's what
foolproof.
she did. Yeah.
I like it.
So
All right, so maybe he's alive.
his daughters are very pissed off and very upset and very much think that this woman killed their father.
This is ridiculous.
Oh.
So he's alive. He's not alive. I don't think we'll ever know until he's on a TV show doing an interview.
Well, I mean, I think we thought it was all strange that the Department of Homeland Security knew that he was alive and nobody else had really seen him still. Kind of was all sketchy to begin with, but I'm going to vote on probably not alive.
Yeah.
Moving along to P. Diddy.
Yeah, saw this trending today.
P. Diddy apparently dating Young Miami, spelled
Okay.
Y-U-N-G.
Mm-hmm.
Not don't waste your time on the O's, Frank. That's what I've learned from Young Miami. There's no time.
Oh shit.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Young Miami revealed in a show that, I don't know, maybe she likes to get peed on a little. What was the big deal about it? Like a little golden shower action. Never hurt nobody.
Hey, listen, consenting adults, they do what they do. Who are we to judge?
I'm going to judge a little because here's the
Are
thing.
you judging?
I mean, if that's your thing, listen, I accept everybody. As long as we're not hurting children, I'm fine with it for the most part. But much like the swinging and the cuckolding and all this jazz, I just can't wrap my head around it.
You
Wait.
don't understand it. I get it.
I don't get it. I've never been in the throes of passion thinking we should stop so
And
she
pee.
can pee on me.
No, I don't know. I don't get that. It's not my thing. It's not our thing.
Not my thing.
It's people.
You know what?
they
For the
like
rest
it.
of January, I'm not peeing on my husband. How about
See,
that?
that's a dry January commitment I can get behind.
There we go.
What if he gets stung by a jellyfish?
Mm. Good question, Frank. What if you're in the Bahamas and he gets stung by? Actually, I don't think she would save his life. To be honest with
I'd
you,
be like, I can't go.
Yeah, I just went. And
I'm having stage fright.
what do you do though? Like, I want to know. Like, I want answers from the two of you. What do you do prior to you're married? You're dating whoever. What do you do if your partner goes, "Hey, why don't you pee on me a little bit?" Like, how do you respond to that?
I'd be like, well, I got news for you. It ain't gonna be a little bit because once I start,
Yeah.
it ain't stopping.
Like, I don't know. Like, if somebody I was with was like, "Can I pee on you?" It would be an immediate no. If they were like, "Can you pee on me?" I'd be like, "Ugh, "Can I say I'm not going to enjoy this, but
Get
can
in the
I?"
tub? What is it?
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
You're not laying down tarp. What do we? I mean,
I'm not laying down tarp. No,
what?
cleaning is
Kinda
not my
weird.
forte.
It is weird.
You stand in the yard, and I'll be peeking out the window.
But
Can
here,
I eat
Frank,
asparagus first?
can I get asparagus? Frank's an awfully polite guy.
I'll pee
and
into a
people
cup and
pleaser.
throw it on you.
Like, I
do
think
that?
Frank might pee on somebody if they asked him to.
Well,
They
you know
asked
what?
nicely.
He makes duty with the door open. He's definitely peeing on people.
I'm not
okay.
peeing on it. I don't think.
I think if
I'm not
Frank's wife was
comfortable
like,
doing
"I
that.
want to try this. Will you pee on me?" Frank would be really conflicted, but he would do his best to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't mean that in a bad way. He wants
No,
to pee.
listen.
I would want to make my wife happy, but I don't think she would want that.
I don't think she
That's
would.
not
I'm
her
just
thing.
saying, like, if
He
that
also
happened to
doesn't want the
me,
door open when you make
that
duty.
if that happened to me, I would be like, "Ugh,
You're really
can
hung
I
up
do
on
this?"
that.
I can't believe you, of all people. I'm very surprised. I just
What are
am
you
very
talking about?
surprised
You
because I'm
peed
surprised.
in a glass room that everybody could see.
Yeah, so you know my answer.
No, but I'm saying, like, how could you judge him for pooping with the door open? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh God, it was
It's not
it
like
was-
it's not like I'm in the same room with it. I'm in the bathroom. It's not.
I'm surprised you do. I'm surprised you personally do.
All right. I'll have to tell you.
Just because you seem like a private guy, like you don't pee on people. You
I don't pee on people. That's
duty
true.
with the door open.
I don't duty with the front door open. How's that?
You want to hear something funny? No, you know what? I'm not going to tell you the story because
I've been
Oh,
waiting
boy.
for you to
No,
say
no,
something
no,
funny
no.
this entire episode. If I could be honest with you. No, now you have to say it. Say it.
Okay. Maybe I do like people watching me pee because
I think we have a little bit of a revelation here.
a little bit of a confession time.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought this was going to be pooping with the door open.
I
When
thought it was going to be a friend of yours who had told you a story about getting peed on.
Shit. Okay, so my friend was peeing.
So 2 stories.
No. All right, it was me. I don't care. But I was young. I was like maybe 6 years old, and my friend was over with her brother, and I had to pee. So as a joke, I remember I wanted to like moon him. Remember?
I don't like where this is
And
going.
as he came up the stairs, I started like the door was closed, and I heard him. I heard him come up the stairs. I opened the door and I started peeing, and I got up, and I was like, and then you know what's funny? He's gay now.
You turned him gay? Is that what you're saying?
Jeez.
No, I was like, I don't know why I thought it was the most hysterical thing. I mean,
So
I still
you-
have the same exact humor as I'm 6 years old.
I'm sure you were 26.
So, warning, if I hear one of you coming up the stairs while I'm peeing, I'm going to open the door now, okay?
So you just
And
peed on the floor in his direction.
I peed not on the floor because it was my own bathroom. If it was his bathroom, I definitely would have. No, I peed in the
All right, I don't want to hear
toilet bowl.
about your
In the
you
toilet
peeing
bowl.
Okay, great.
But I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it was the most hysterical thing.
This episode is not getting monetized by the way.
No, definitely doesn't. No, definitely not.
Good Lord.
I don't get I honestly, but I don't understand. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask my
Is there
friend.
anyone in the chat that gets that? That gets
I'm
it?
gonna ask my friends.
Understands it?
Okay, here's what's weird. I can almost understand the thrill of being watched, being watched while peeing more than I can understand. Oh, pee on me, or I want to pee on you. I don't understand that whatsoever.
You don't understand all of them, all of that, the peeing and all.
First of all, I don't understand all of it. But if I had to give a pass to something, if it's like, oh, I like watch being peed or peek on me, because that to me has like third grade shit, like, built into it. Like, like
It's
you
like a
walk in,
potty humor.
yeah.
That's
And like
literally what I did.
and curiosity as a
Yeah.
kid, that kind of thing. But
I don't
like
think
going
it's a
like
humorous thing. I don't think they're doing it to be funny.
yeah, just being like, oh, pee on me. I don't understand how that
Is it like a
fetish-
humiliation thing?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Maybe they like to be like, treated.
Yes, actually. Hold on a minute. Remember my friend who was a dominatrix? During lunch, she went on her lunch hour to be a dominatrix.
How is she not on a guest on this show? By the
Yeah,
way,
we really need to interview her one day.
Good. Don't you remember?
The smoking thing you said. I
Yes.
remember that. Yeah.
She was asked to pee on someone too. So
Well, I understand paying a dominatrix because you probably can't get it. Like, could you imagine if that's your thing? Imagine if that's your thing. You love to be peed on and you're dating. Like every date, you're just going, how long until I could ask this girl to pee on me or guy?
there was an episode actually of Sex in the City.
And then you inevitably know you're going to get turned down, or they're going to be like, "You're a
Shit,
weirdo."
I gotta go.
Yeah.
This was all been for nothing.
This was a Sex in the City episode where Carrie was dating a congressman, and they were in the shower, and he's like, "Can you pee on me?" And she's like, "What?" And that was it for her. She found it too weird. So
See,
I don't think everybody's into that.
It's definitely
Nobody
not for
really
everybody.
is into that. No.
because I
There are
have
people
to.
into it. Look at P. Diddy's wife, girlfriend.
I know, but I have to think that is born out of some
Something.
like not childhood, but like as you're going through puberty period. There's got to be something to it because it doesn't make any sense to me otherwise. Like I think everybody like you want to get whipped or tied up or choked, or I think there's like explanations behind all of those things. The
Yeah,
peeing thing,
yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely explanations.
Then there's got to be one for that. Then I'm sure there's an explanation.
I would love to hear it because I don't know what the fuck it is. To be honest with you, I can't think of one.
No shame if anybody is into it.
I am not
for it.
shaming anybody. I just
Do your thing.
I am befuddled.
Meanwhile, there's people out there who duty play too. We're not going to even get into
that's
that.
a different. That's
a whole nother animal, right?
yeah. That
I-
can't even.
I can't.
That's a big no-ski.
Like again, I say that
No.
I feel like I say this a lot, but even if I was into something like that, my laziness would just not permit it.
I don't want to clean this up. That's why in the shower you got to do it with a drain.
Before I go, I want to know about the McDonald's drive-thru incident.
That was the thing that Frank sent us where the guy got like $5,000 in the bag. You remember?
Yes, he ordered
Oh.
takeout in the drive-thru. They handed him a bag out the window. He drives away with it. He looks in the bag and there's just stacks of money in there. And I'm guessing it was like someone emptied their registers or something like that, and they probably had to take it to the bank or whatever it was. And the guy brought it back to McDonald's. Remember the last episode we were saying, what would we do if we found a bag of money? The guy brought it back to McDonald's. He made a whole TikTok video out of it. And the employees of McDonald's were like, holy shit, thank you so much. They were like practically in tears. Like we were looking everywhere for it, et cetera. And they were just, thrilled that the guy brought it back. And they wound up giving him free McDonald's, I don't know, for a month or something, plus like $200 cash.
$200.
I know. They're not going to give him $5,000, the $5,000 that they needed.
Can I tell you something? Honestly, You give me $200 and promise me free McDonald's for a month, I'm gonna get that up to $5,000. I'm not lying to you. I'm
Ooh.
getting that up to $5,000.
What do you mean you're getting that up to $5,000?
It's gonna be $5,000 in free McDonald's. I'm gonna be there every
Mhm.
day,
Oh, I got you.
getting a 20-piece and a Big Mac after a McGriddle breakfast and a
McGriddle.
fucking chicken sandwich for dinner. We're
I'd
riding
get
that tab up.
Everybody in the place. Yeah, every McDonald's on me.
Fuck that on myself. I'm just gonna be there every day.
All right, that's fine.
Run my own little McDonald's documentary like that other
Yes.
weirdo did.
Selfish bastard.
Yeah. I got that guy, you know, I swear to God, I look at that guy again. Like I look at people that go, hey, fuck my wife, or hey, let me pee on you. I look at that guy and I go, I don't get it.
You don't get it.
No, I don't get it.
Just a
Now-
basic, I'm just going to do the right thing. You don't get that?
Like a good person. I don't understand it.
Mm.
Because here's the one thing that would make me do what he did. The thought of a camera being on me
Oh.
at the drive-thru, I would be like,
Mm.
I gotta fucking bring this back.
There's definitely a camera. If they and I'm sure it's obvious what they're handing you in the bag. Like they're probably not paying attention and they just hand the bag out the window.
Now, let's be honest. You're on vacation in another state and this happens, I'm like, that money's coming home with me.
Yep.
But if you're at your local McDonald's that you have to live, like Janine knows this. You got two kids. You fucking live by that. Every now and then you're just going to be like, I can't fucking take it anymore. It's going to be McDonald's tonight. Now you go in there and they know you're the person that stole that money. No, I can't do that. You got to keep a good relationship with your McDonald's.
No, you have,
I mean-
but there are a lot around. Not so much by you, but by me. There are.
Is it technically stealing? Like, could they
If they gave
arrest
it to
you for that? If they handed it to you and you drove away with it and you didn't return it, can they call the cops on you?
You know what's weird? Okay, the last episode we talked about, what if you found 25 grand in a bag? What would you do? There's a difference between those two things for me. Because if you find 25 grand on the street and there's just nobody around, I am more comfortable taking that money than if somebody actually hands you the money and you know it's an accident. That would weigh on my conscience, to be totally honest.
Because
it's
there's a
kinda
face.
weird.
There's a face to it.
there.
Yeah.
So the detachment part is if you just found the money, there's nobody attached to it. But
Yeah, 'cause let's be
unfortunately
honest.
there is.
But I know that. But the thing is like if you found 25 grand in a bag and you did the best you could to find the people that lost the money, it would never like, what would you do? Like post on a Facebook community page? Like everybody would be like, that's my money, bring it back.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause-
you
yeah.
couldn't find that person.
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be ways. There's got to be ways. The denominations, how much is in it? You post. There's a certain amount of money that was found.
No, I don't
know.
trust people, Frank. You trust people too much, Frank.
You do.
Well, that's the way that it has. That's the
No.
proper procedure. You take it to the cops. They do whatever the hell they do, and then in 30 days or whatever, that if they didn't claim it, nobody claims it. It's yours. I don't think finders keepers is technically a rule.
I think it's finders keepers when there's nobody around and there's no way to prove who it was.
Yeah.
I
No
think
wonder.
that there's a little bit of that in there.
Well, what if there is a way? I mean, what if it's right in front of your house and someone catches it on a camera and you see someone dropped it out a
Well,
window, or
I
someone
mean-
was walking with a bag and it fell out or something?
Then maybe. Like if there's something in the bag that's identifiable that somebody could be like, oh there was a, I don't know, a wallet or a card or whatever, okay, then fine. But if they're, like again, like if they handed you the thing from McDonald's, that would gnaw on me too. I would feel bad about that,
You would?
I would. It would annoy me to bring it back because, first of all, McDonald's is a huge corporation, and whoever owns the franchise is probably making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It would annoy me a little bit to bring it back. But when that kid brought that bag back, the manager who's making, I don't know, like 40 grand, 50 grand, she was so fucking relieved to have that bag back like that.
Yeah, that was her job probably.
That's her
if
job.
If you didn't bring
yeah.
it back, she probably would have lost her job.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Because how do you screw that up? I mean, how do you like? Where did the money go that was going to the bank? Oh, we put it in a bag.
I don't know, but we have an extra Happy Meal here. So maybe.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Can I say? Can I say something else too? I'm so sick of these people with these fucking McDonald's hacks. Somebody showed up on my TikTok and they're like, "Well, if you order a McDouble the Big Mac way, it's basically a Big Mac without the middle bun, and it's $2 cheaper, and all this crap." I'm just like,
Who's the time to think about that?
Who's
Yeah,
it?
I'm not-
Just pay $4 for a Big Mac, you cheap fucking bastard.
You know what those annoying videos I see on these things? It's the ones where they try to compare the size of the fry orders. And they go,
Oh, I
here's a
haven't seen
large, here's a medium, here's a small. And look, they're all the same size. It's like, no. You're an idiot. Stop doing that. It doesn't make any sense. And you're
Yeah.
wrong. They're
That's
obviously
a-
filling the thing.
That's a thing with Starbucks now too, where this goes back to our ice conversation, where they say if you order a small with no ice, it's
Yep.
the same price as the large with ice.
Yep. And you know what? That's probably true. That's why I don't, mostly because of the flavor, but even so, it's half of it is
Yeah.
ice. So
Ice is a big, takes up a lot of space, but you could tell them half ice or not a lot of ice.
some places will charge more if you say no ice. I forgot what place does.
Bastards.
Probably that fucking Dunkin' Donuts over here that closes
Fucking
at 6. Short little
Get you every
pumps.
time. Yeah, but they always throw in extra donuts or munchies.
There's a couple of delis on Long Island that boast like we have coffee ice. Now that's a move.
Oh yeah,
Freeze your
Something.
coffee and then put it in the coffee for the iced coffee.
that's the way to go.
Big
That
win.
is the way to go.
Why doesn't Coca-Cola provide us that? I don't know. We have that
Right.
Coca-Cola ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
You could just freeze the Coke you're buying. What are you talking about? How
No,
are you
but
gonna
it-
get Coca-Cola ice cubes? I mean, what, you gonna buy a bag of Coca-Cola ice?
No, but I'm saying like
Yeah,
at
I
a
would.
movie theater or a baseball stadium, get some fucking Coca-Cola ice cubes going. Put the Coca-Cola ice cubes in the Coca-Cola. Now you don't have that watered down problem you were worried about before.
But I like the watered down.
I forgot. I don't know. It's been an hour. I'm fucking hammered. Leave me alone.
All right. Yeah, you're not doing the dry thing like I am. You're doing the other thing. What was the other thing?
No sex.
That's,
So he has
That's
to
it.
get drunk.
yeah, I'm doing the no drinking thing.
Sex free 2023.
And you're killing me with the drinking.
Why aren't you drinking? I honestly, I could give up sex for a month. Drinking? Mm-mm.
Just trying it. Wife and I were just,
Why? What do you? Can we talk? What are you doing? What are you doing?
what am I doing?
There's no reason. What's the reason? What do
You
you?
don't
What do
even
you
drink anyway, Frankie. How often do
I
you drink?
We just got off a cruise where I drank my face off.
How
No,
many
but-
Shirley Temples did you have?
No, Frank
Too many.
drinks. Frank's a drinker.
I could throw
No,
him
he's
back.
not. He drinks
Frank-
Shirley Temples.
No. When I say Frank is a drinker, Frank's good for 3 or 4 real cocktails before
That's
he
it.
inevitably passes out.
No, I don't
3 or
pass
4
out.
pass out.
I don't pass out. The one time I was literally drunk, and I mean drunk, once in my life, and you were there, and that was
I was there.
yeah, Atlantic
Can
City.
I tell you all the things I don't believe about this? That it only happened once, and
once
That you were
that
there.
I was there.
drunk. I've
I don't
been
remember
drunk
this.
before, but always, not like drunk to the point where I forget things or like fall down or
You
puking
mean
or anything like
blackout?
that.
You mean you were blackout once?
I once in my entire life, and
Okay.
you were there. It was in Atlantic City. You guys had to walk me back to my room.
Oh.
How drunk was I? Because I don't remember this.
You may have been drunk too, but we were at a club in Atlantic City, and we were outside on like this deck or whatever, and we were all hanging out, and I was talking to someone, and then I turned and I puked into a garbage pail.
I remember this story.
And then the bouncer came over, but this, I wasn't drunk to the point where I forgot everything. I was just drunk where I got nauseous, and the
There's
bouncer
nothing
was like, "You
worse.
got to go out. You got to take it outside." And I, smart ass, I went, "We are outside." And
Wait,
he goes,
was
no,
this
out of the club.
this was Oscars?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't there for that.
You weren't there? Yeah, you were.
I was there, but I remember I heard about this after the fact. I wasn't there. I didn't actually walk you back to your room.
I thought you did. Okay.
Nope.
So
I'm pretty sure that was
outside.
Andy. We're
remember
interchangeable, so I
it
get
was
it.
not Andy, and I know that for a fact because I happened to be talking to this woman and doing okay, and then I threw up,
Now you know the story's a lot. Go ahead.
and
Well, that's
then
right.
Andy swooped in.
He swooped
You were
in.
there. He swooped in and started talking to her as I'm
He
throwing up.
swooped.
I'm like, all right,
He's
guess
like,
that's
my
that.
friend, you don't want him.
And I ended up sitting on the stairs outside for like 10 minutes, and then you guys kind of walked me back to my room.
Andy,
haven't-
I've actually played poker with him. Go ahead.
We haven't talked about the swoop in, because Andy's brother swooped in on me once.
Really?
I wonder
Yeah.
which one.
You know which one. And that
Of course.
happened. And that girl probably could have been my wife. I would have been stuck with. Yeah.
And no
you see?
6/3/2023. Go ahead.
No, you know what's funny though? Just remember this about that girl. I was talking to this girl, and she was really pretty, really beautiful, great conversation, and I'm like, wow, this is going really well. And I remember asking her where she lived, and she was like, I live in Brooklyn. And I remember thinking, oh, this is not going to work.
I'm not driving out to Brooklyn.
Hold on, I'll be right back. My friend's throwing up in a garbage can.
You lazy bastard. You couldn't
Is that
drive from Queens to Brooklyn.
Nope.
Is that
They
a New York
literally
thing?
touch.
Yeah.
Don't you remember he said, because we were talking about my cousin dating the girl from Turkey, and he was like, Turkey? I wouldn't even go to Staten Island to date a girl. Never mind fucking Turkey.
That's true. That is a true story. There was a Staten Island girl at one point, and I was like, I am not going to Staten Island. Like you're fucking crazy. That's got to be a New York.
Nuts. Yep.
You see people on TikTok that are like, I moved to fucking, Wyoming to be with my husband after we saw each other on TikTok. And I'm like, we wouldn't go 15 miles if we had to go over two bridges. It would never happen.
No.
Yeah, I dated someone and lived in Jersey.
Oh, really?
Had to go with the Verrazano every time.
Yeah, that's an
Oh,
impossibility.
And that was
Impossibility.
what? $13 to $16 toll every time?
I hope she gave you a hand job every single time.
No
Let me tell you something. Even if she did, no love is worth it.
No. She spat on her hand. Oh, Janine.
Yeah.
You say, why can't you leave things nice?
I mean, I would love to hear from people in the chat, but that to me is a New York thing where we would just will not physically from a map, like as the bird flies, we could be 12 miles away. And if it's just like a 45-minute commute,
If it involves the Belt Parkway, no good.
Not
never
happening.
happening. Never happening.
That's rough.
I wish I could divorce my parents so I wouldn't have to go to Queens to see them.
You meet
Unfortunate, but you know what? They actually come to me, so that doesn't matter. But I only go to Queens literally if someone dies and I have to go to a wake or a funeral. That is
Yeah,
it,
me too. I will not go back to Queens.
because of the Belt Parkway.
It's miserable. I hate it there.
So,
Yeah, I have to go to Queens still. My whole family's in Queens.
ugh.
Your
And you have
brothers
to go 25 miles per hour. Ugh.
you got to get. Did I tell you I got a ticket? I got a 25-mile-an-hour ticket.
You did from going to the city that one day?
I was
Or
in.
no?
I was in Queens.
Ugh.
My Siri
Yeah.
warned me of the thing. I thought I was doing 25. It got me doing like 32, whatever. Done. Ticket.
Where?
There's
On
usually a
Course
10
Bay or
mile an
no?
hour buffer.
Mm-mm.
No buffer.
Mm-mm. Total
That's messed up.
bullshit.
Messed up.
Total bullshit. I don't know. Did we cover all the fucking topics? I have no idea.
What's the other ones?
Frank
you
won't let
did.
me. Frank will let me talk about all the documents that Joe Biden.
You could talk about him.
hoarding.
Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden.
Joe
Why has
Biden's
nobody said that? Joe
class-
Hayden.
Joe.
Nobody said that yet. I'm surprised dipshit in Florida didn't come up with that yet.
Joe Biden
Who's
is
that?
great. And nobody come up with Joe Biden.
Come on. Oh, we lost Jay Sips.
Joe Biden.
you know,
No, man. It was so funny though, because somebody called us out on Twitter. It was like, "Why aren't you talking about this?" And we had talked about talking about it, and then we never talked about it. So I was like, "Oh,
talk
Frank
about it.
won't let me talk about it."
that's you're an ass. No, I mean, yeah, he's got some documents. I mean,
Was there
there's
a
big
difference?
differences.
Be
There's
careful
big
here,
differences.
buddy. Go ahead.
The differences are he found them and volunteered them over. He said, "Here, take them." Meanwhile, it took a year and subpoenas to get the documents from Trump.
Is that a
And he's
difference
still-
though? I mean,
Yeah, he didn't want to give them up. They were his documents. I'm hiding. They're mine. You can't take them. I've declassified them. And they asked for them back repeatedly, didn't get them back, and so they raided his home. Joe Biden, they didn't find them. His own lawyers found them and handed them over and said, "Here, we have these, and we're looking for more, and we're giving them over to the archive."
it kind of takes a little credibility away, because when Trump is like, "Everybody does this," we were all like, "Stop being such an asshole." And now it's like, "Oh, all right, well, all right, maybe everybody does it."
Yeah. But yeah, there are differences. I mean, again, not defending it. I'm just saying there are huge differences on between the two.
All right. There was a Joe Biden. There was a Hunter Biden photograph of him in the house where because I guess they tracked it down to it was locked up with the Corvette. And then they found pictures on Hunter Biden's laptop of him driving the Corvette. And then they're like, "Look at those boxes behind the picture of Hunter." And so they're like, "Is this, so it's a whole fucking mess. Who the fuck knows?"
I don't know anymore.
I don't know. The whole thing is a goddamn nightmare.
I can't keep up with it anymore. It's just
It's
nonstop.
exhausting. It's
all
exhausting.
exhausting. I mean, then you got idiots being appointed to committees that they shouldn't be on. It's just
Are you talking about this fucking Santos is
Santos, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Can I rant for a second?
Go. Wait, let me take the Biden thing off the thing. Go.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has been put on the Homeland Security Committee. I don't know the name of the committee, but it has to do with Homeland Security. She, at one time, said that she didn't believe a plane actually hit. She denied that 9/11, the plane hit the Pentagon.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's like, this is the person on the Homeland Security Committee. I mean, conspiracy theorist that didn't believe. It's like, there's nobody better. You got a room full of people. Pick someone else. I don't know.
Well, it's because they got that fucking McCarthy. They
Yeah.
kept him hostage until he gave them whatever they wanted, and now
he's got to come through with it. Yep. Now he's fucking paying the piper.
Aren't we hitting the debt ceiling? Like, didn't that happen? Like, we're gonna have to.
They got to vote on what's it called?
Extending the
Budget,
debt ceiling.
whatever the hell it is. But they do that all the time. They do that every time, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. It's like,
Well, that's what happens, because these financial hawks are going to be like, "Well, I'm not doing it. Figure it out," and they're going to wind up shutting down the government again for a little while.
great. What the fuck are they doing? What's the
Who
last
knows?
thing they've done for? I mean, come on.
Who knows?
Ugh,
I don't know.
it's
I'd be
just a
so
nonstop
happy
shit show.
if we just fucking took everybody out and just started over again. Be like, "Hey, everybody, great
You're all
reset.
fucking
Everybody's got to run again.
fired. Yeah,
You got to figure it out."
we're starting over. New people. You guys, everybody here.
Yeah.
You're all out. You're not allowed to run anymore.
What's amazing is this Santos guy that we got here on Long Island is so
He's a
full
piece
of
of work.
shit. He fucking lied about everything. I mean, even the GOP, the Republicans of Nassau County, where he resides, were like, "This guy should get out." And then you have everybody else going, "Well, nobody can really make a congressperson resign, or there's no mechanism for like the people have to decide." And they decided to put him in. And it's like,
Yeah.
if you can't bust a guy for lying about fucking everything, like,
Why can't they be like, if there's a way to get someone out of office legally. Like, if a congressperson commits a crime, I'm sure they're not allowed to hold that office anymore.
Well, what's weird is you lie under oath, and that's a crime. You lie prior to taking your oath. That's not
You can say
illegal.
whatever the hell you want.
It's weird. Yeah,
I
it's
know.
weird.
It doesn't
This
make
guy-
any. This guy he gets away with, and he just gets hounded and hounded. Nobody likes him. Nobody, even his own on his own side, they don't want to deal with him.
Nobody wants to. Only the fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene and the fucking child trafficker. What's his name? Gates. Only
Yeah.
those guys. Like he wound up sitting with those guys in the McCarthy votes because nobody wanted to even fucking
loser
be seen
table.
with it. And they're such pieces of trash. They were like, yeah, whatever. Sit next to us. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, this is the shit table anyway.
That's
Come sit with us.
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I saw a thing. Somebody posted this thing the other day. They sent it to me. It was a debate. It was on local TV. It might have been News 12 or Fox 5 local, not Fox News, like Fox, our local Channel 5. And they were like, they asked Santos's opponent, like, what he likes to do, like in his leisure time. And he's like, pop popcorn with the grandkids and get some Haagen-Dazs. That's the best ice cream, and watch a movie. And then they go to George Santos. She goes to George Santos. She goes, what do you like to do? And he goes, I like to take it easy on a Saturday night and watch a movie and get some Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Like,
Is this guy even like a real person?
Yeah.
Like, does he have? I feel like he's a robot that they just built, like just prior to the election, and said,
Yeah.
"Go be something,"
just go.
and he just made it up as he went along.
Yeah.
and because he has no prior experience in like anything.
Nothing.
I went to this college. No, he didn't. I played this sport. No, he didn't. I don't even think George Santos is his name. They're saying. There was some roommate of his said I've always known him as, and they said a different name. I forget what the name was, but he said I never knew him as George Santos. I always knew him as a completely different name.
Everything is a lie. And what's crazy is we're at a point right now where, and this is not all Donald Trump's fault, it's just the evolution of humanity, where this guy is dead to rights wrong and should just do the right thing and resign, and he's not going to.
Of course not.
And nobody else is going to call him out on it. The thing is like, okay, all right, I understand. The Republicans of Nassau County, the GOP, said he should resign. They don't have any power in the situation. It has to be his peers that go, we are not going to work with you. We are not going to put you on any committees. You have to resign. There is no room for people like you here.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like he's the type of guy that would just show up,
He
do
will.
nothing.
And the
and
problem
collect the
is
paycheck.
the Republic and the Democrats are the same way. This is no difference. But the politics are so that they can't even lose a seat anymore.
Yeah, I know.
When I keep saying this, I would respect the Republicans more and be more likely to vote for a Republican if the Republican Party turned around and goes, this guy's bad, he lied, and we're not going to do business with him until he resigns. I would respect that so much more.
Yeah.
But something weird happened in our world where it's like better to just be a scumbag and a bottom feeder and stick with your party than stand up and do the integrity move, because I think that would get far more respect. But that's just me. What do I know?
I can't point to, and I'm sorry, but a Republican in Congress in the government. I mean, the last one I admired and respected and thought was a great person was
McCain.
John McCain.
Nailed it.
After that, McConnell, fucking who's the other? Lindsey Graham. They're all Ted Cruz. They're all pieces of crap.
They've all been bad. I will say, regardless of party, McCain was one of the last men of integrity.
Absolutely.
Regardless of party. He was
a great guy.
Yeah, he was a really good, just a good person.
Honorable, just did the right
Honorable, yes.
thing. And, if something was wrong, he called it out. Even his own party. It was, I forget, Rand Paul. He was like, he called him right out. He was like, this guy, he's working for the Russians right now. He's doing the Russians' bidding. He actually said that in Congress, in the Senate. And it was like, you don't see that anymore because they don't go against each other. It's insane.
And that's the crazy thing. If any one of them did that, I would be like, all right, you got my vote. I'm with you forever.
Could you imagine? I mean, if one person in the party was like, this guy in my own party, don't,
Yeah.
it'd be great.
I would it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy.
He was the last one. I can't think of another one, another senator, congressman or congressperson that I respect on the Republican side. Sorry. He was the last one.
You know what's crazy? Before Gates went off the deep end, he and one of the Democrats, I forget his name, they were actually working together a lot, the two of them. And I remember it was some documentary with the two of them and how much they were working together. And I was like, this is admirable. Like, this is what you wanted. I don't know. And Gates went off the deep end after that. I don't know what happened, but I just remember looking at that going, like, this is what we need more of, you know?
Mm.
We need more of
Smart.
this bipartisanship that pulls people together, because I think people are. That's why I think Donald Trump is going to be such a flop this time around. I just think that people are so tired of the divisiveness.
It's
You know,
exhausting. It really
it's
is.
exhausting.
Once he comes back to Twitter as well, it's going to be just nonstop. You know, it's the same shit. He never changes his tune. It's I'm gonna make fun of anybody who doesn't support me. I'm gonna any system of government or system of justice that is somehow against me is worthless and is fraudulent and they don't know what they're doing and they're just hating Trump, or those are the three things that the making fun of people that don't support him and the election was rigged. Those three things are his go-tos, and that's all you're gonna hear. It's all you're gonna read. And it's just going to be more of that shit. And if he's elected again, it's going to be just nonstop. And I can't. Those 4 years, I think we all aged like 20 years in those 4 years.
Right. Yeah.
He's our life. We love you too. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. The last thing I have, Frank, is Miley Cyrus. Like, more and more is coming out about her video, the Flowers video.
Okay.
And the last thing was Liam. What's his name?
Hemsworth.
He was in a movie with Jennifer Lawrence. Is that right?
That's Hunger Games. Yeah.
Okay, the Hunger Games. So Jennifer Lawrence was at the premiere in a gold dress. And that's one of the gold dresses, or one of the dresses that Miley wore in the video.
Oh, so you think they hooked up?
Now people are saying that maybe Jennifer Lawrence fucked Liam Hemsworth as one of the women. That sucks. I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. That'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I like Jennifer. She's really good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's all speculation. Is it the same dress, or is it like people are saying it might?
Yeah,
be?
no, I watched the they showed the clip of the red carpet with Jennifer Lawrence in the dress, and then her in the video, and I'm not a fashion expert,
but it looks really close.
They're both gold dresses that look very much alike.
All right. Couldn't it be a coincidence? So you think that's all right? I mean, they were together during the Hunger Games movies. Were they?
Probably. There was like 7 of those movies, weren't there?
4.
Okay, 7, 4. Wait, don't get into semantics. Only 3 off.
You said were there?
Okay. Fucking hammered. Leave me alone.
All right, that's true. But that's a possibility, and that would suck. Liam Hemsworth. God, 14 women at least. What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Come on. You're married. Grow up. Stop cheating. Piece of crap.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. That's just me. And you agree. Any other topics?
That's it.
That's it. Get your jump start, folks.
I'm devastated though. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I don't want her to be a homewrecker.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, she's one of 14. She's not the only, that probably shouldn't make you feel that. But yeah, she's good. And I think, is she married now? She's with someone. They just had a baby.
Jennifer Lawrence?
I think she just had a kid recently.
Yeah?
Pretty sure.
Good for her.
All right. Does that upset you?
No.
Okay.
She's hot though. She was good in Silver Linings Playbook.
Never saw it. The
What?
commercial made me want to put my fist through the screen.
There's a scene where she describes a lesbian occurrence, and you're just like, I'm on board for this.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Maybe I overlooked that movie.
She's telling what's his name? Who's that dipshit? Fuck's his name?
Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper. She's telling Bradley Cooper about a lesbian experience, and his jaw's open as she's telling the story, and I'm watching it, and I realize my jaw's open. Yeah, it's just great. Or I forget what she's like, bangs everybody in the office. It's like the cop who was in that cop we talked about.
Good Lord.
That poor bastard. You know what I was thinking of? I don't know why I was thinking of this. Oh, because I was listening to the podcast. I was checking the sound, as I like to do. And I was listening and we were talking about it. And I don't know why, but this flash came in my mind of it's January. So Valentine's Day. There's not really much in March, St. Patrick's Day. And then after that, you get into Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mother's Day. And then Father's Day. And I'm just thinking to myself, what is that next family function like? Because the guy, remember Jedediah, her husband, or the cop who slept with everybody in the police department?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Said that they were in an open marriage. What's that Easter going to be like when they come back for Easter? And it's like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of those, they don't really get together with the family. They don't see a lot of the family.
Maybe, but let's assume young Megan is your cousin.
Right.
We're gathering by your aunt's house for the holiday. And in comes your cousin, who's just part of this national story now about how she blew and banged everybody in the police department. What do you say? What do you say to that? How's it going? You can't be like, hey, how's things?
Want some dip? What are you going to say? You're not going to bring it up with everybody. What are you going to do? You're going to start talking about it? You're going to bring it up and ruin the whole party or whatever's going on? I'm sure she doesn't want it to be all about that. Because the second you bring it up, it's going to destroy whatever event is going on. And that's it. It's over.
Literally heard nothing you just said. Sorry, because my earpiece broke.
What I'm saying is, as soon as you bring it up, it will instantly destroy whatever event you're at.
But what else do you talk when they walk in the room?
Else. It's your cousin. You talk about anything else. You ignore it. You have to.
How's work? Anybody new lately? What do you say?
It's none of your business. It's how about them Mets? Says just Bill. Yeah. You could say that. You bring up something up. What are you gonna do? What could you do?
Just the most. I think we're gonna hit this debt ceiling. I think you hit the cock ceiling. Megan.
Ceiling.
I mean, what the hell? I mean, what do you say to these people?
I mean, I wouldn't. I know whose car. I'm not getting in for a ride home. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
I'll take an Uber, thank you.
You're very funny. At a certain point, you got to be like, hey, everybody, it's been 47 minutes and Megan hasn't had a dick in her mouth. Let's all hear it for fucking Megan.
You could do that. You could do that. Just cut the tension right down the middle with a knife. Everybody's going to be thinking about it. Everybody's going to be thinking about it. We're all going to be like looking at her, and she's going to catch you on. You're going to go, I don't even, what?
Sandra, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate that wholeheartedly. Thank you. It's very generous.
Above and beyond generous. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the show. I think I never, Sandra M. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I want to know, though, what's Frank's game plan for dealing with the cousin who blew everybody in the police department?
I mean,
you can't face people. How do you?
You're not. I wouldn't bring it up with them. What are you going to do? If it's your cousin and you love, I'm going to speak honestly. All kidding aside, if it's your cousin and you love them and you're like, you feel for them, you don't want it to be an awkward whatever. I think they would appreciate talking about any, family life and anything else and nothing about that.
I think if you're talking about anything else and not bringing it up, it's even more awkward. There's no unawkward way out of that situation. None.
No, I think you completely You act like you never heard of it. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. And you just talk about anything else.
National news? I mean, it's national news that this young lady blew
Well,
everybody.
of course, you know what's going on, and they know, and everybody knows, but you act like, hey, you know, like you have to act like nothing's happened. You'd be like, listen, you know, come here, you know, I love you. Let's have some fucking chicken wings. What are we gonna do here? Grab a beer. Let's shoot the shit. You know, it can't be, because all it's gonna do is gonna make everybody awkward. It's gonna make everybody tense. It's probably gonna what's it called? Devolve into like this shouting. This person's fighting. Everybody's yelling. It's not gonna end well. Nobody's gonna be happy at the end of you bringing it up.
It's weird. Okay, here's the thing though. Like, let's forget it. Forget Megan's your cousin. Let's say Jedediah, her husband, is your cousin.
Oh, then I let her have it.
That's then I let her have it.
No. If Jedediah is my cousin,
Look at Megan eating those chicken wings. Let's hear from her putting chicken in her mouth instead of a dick, everybody. Let's go. Round of applause.
Way to go. It's another thing. I think it's a private talk with Jedediah. Say, listen, how are we treating this? How are we treating this? Oh, what are we doing? I mean, are we ignoring it? Do you want us to treat her? You know, do we want us to just keep act like nothing happened and treat this? You know,
well, because you know what I was
family
thinking?
now. If she's family, she's family.
If he's a cuckold, right?
Yeah.
And he gets off on the embarrassment of it all. Is this like the ultimate month-long orgasm for him to be nationally embarrassed?
National cuckold? I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't get any worse than national media attention of being a cuckold.
Unless you're worldwide, international cuckold.
Here you go. Good flop, too. Have to wait till it blows over. Or she blows over. You know,
blows over what? 40 people? 50 people? Who's got the over-under?
Yeah, seriously. All right. I don't know. So, listen. Everybody, you don't have to answer now. Food for thought over the weekend. Think about that.
Yeah. What would, if your relative was this person making national headlines, I say you treat them how they would want to be treated. If they're sensitive to it and they don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it.
If my mother called me and said, your cousin Megan's coming to Easter, don't make it awkward, I'd be like, then tell her not to come, because there's no way that I can fucking...
You're going to wear the front page news on a shirt.
Just
so...
There's just no... I have so many questions. There's too many questions. There's too many questions.
There are a lot of questions, but you don't want to hear them from your cousin.
No, I don't. But I would still be like, how did you blow two guys on while you were on the clock? How did that happen? Listen, you have a couple of cocktails, you blow two guys. I get it.
People blow people.
People blow people. But you're stone cold sober in the middle of a work day. You know,
maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of the whole thrill of it or something. The thrill of getting caught.
Perhaps,
thrill of doing something wrong. You know, that whole thing.
Maybe. If I could be honest, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm far too drunk to continue this.
That makes sense. Hey, it's Friday, baby.
And wrap it up. Are you good?
Good on my end.
All right. Then I'm going to hit the music. It's time for the music to end it all.
The old music wrap up. Make sure you get your jump start.
Yes.
Good stuff. Sober you up. Anthony should use some jump start right now.
That'll be good.
Get him nice and sober.
Not going to.
Below AOA 15.
Have another.
There you go. All right. Go nuts. But also, you could become a member of the show, the podcast. Below, hit the join button. You'll see the different levels there if you want to join.
It is nice to be a member.
It's not bad. Good stuff.
It doesn't
hurt. A
hurt.
lot of members in the chat.
Not like blowing two guys you work with and then having to face your family at Easter.
It's,
it's the opposite.
You got to weigh things out. Whatever's good for you. You do what's good for you.
That's true. Good point, Frank.
Yeah.
Way to bring everybody back together.
No judgment here on the AOA podcast.
No judgment, but a lot of confusion on my part. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, 2 beers doesn't help.
This is 3, my friend.
3 beers. Okay.
Going for 4.
Can't wait for February.
Want to drink February 1st?
Hell yeah, I do.
Homemade potato salad.
Let's do it.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.
February 1st drinking show. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Sandra, for becoming a new member.
Thank you.